Hey, what's going on? Zach Crawford here, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to make a $4,000 per month business in just 90 days. Now, this may sound hypey, and I totally get it if you've not made money yet, but honestly this is a very slimmed down number of what's possible with what I'm even teaching here. So what I'm teaching you is basically email marketing. It's the most unsexy subject to make money online, yet it's the business model that every big business does online, including Amazon.com. You know, a perfect example is if, say, you're running a Shopify store, right? If you're just setting up an ad and running these ads to people that don't know you and you're trying to sell, your business is built on broken foundation. Like you're building a business that's just a race to the bottom, because all it takes is one person to come in, sell that product just a little bit cheaper than you, and you're out of business. Compared to if you collect an email, you can follow up with that person and make 10 times more sales. You can sell them additional products like Amazon, or if they didn't buy the product right away, you can go and basically get them to buy it over, say, 2, 3, 4, 5 emails down the line. You're going to make 10 times more money by literally collecting the email over just trying to run people to a sales page. So what I'm teaching you here is not a business model that is new. It's something that's been around for years, yet most people don't want to learn it. And it's something that you really should learn if you want to make a lot of money. You know, in the future, maybe email marketing will not be profitable, right? But what's going to happen is it'll come something replaces it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you, basically how you find products to sell. If you don't have a product yourself, I'm going to teach you basically how to do this over the course of 90 days. I'm going to teach you how to do this 100% free with free traffic. Now, understand, paid ads are great. If you're already doing paid ads, awesome. If you have a funnel and you have a product that's converting, making you money, great. But for most people starting out, this is not smart to go spend money on paid ads before you learn if your products are actually selling, before you learn how to sell something properly, before you learn how to actually pre-frame an offer. Like, you're just going to give your money to Facebook. You're just going to give your money to Google AdWords, and you may as well just burn it. Because if you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to run paid ads and you think basically you're just going to sell things and make money, good luck. So I want to show you the model that most people implement, and then I'm going to show you why this model is smarter, why you'll make more money with it, and why it will build a business that keeps growing, right? So here's what most people do. Let's say you're doing YouTube, right? Maybe you're doing YouTube videos. I'm going to give you a few different examples. You're doing YouTube videos and you want to link to your product that you're selling. So you're telling people to buy, right? And let's just assume, because on this channel I teach mainly about affiliate marketing, which is basically selling other people's proven products. And then later, if you want to sell your own products, once you understand marketing and you understand to master marketing, it becomes easy to sell anything. Trying to sell your own product out of the gate when you don't really have confidence in selling, you've not learned, the different marketing skills that are going to make you money, it's going to be pretty hard. And trust me, it's going to be pretty hard. So let's say you have a Shopify store and you're doing Shopify, right? And you're just running Facebook ads to your product to buy. And let's say if you're lucky, maybe you'll get a 5% conversion. That's probably being pretty lenient, right? That's probably actually giving you more than what's probably going to happen. Let's say you're just running Facebook ads to an affiliate product, right? And you're just trying to get people to buy. Or, for example, you sign up to an affiliate marketing product and you go to your Facebook wall and you're trying to get people to buy. The problem with this is the fact that you have no trust, you have no relationship. These people do not like you because they don't know who you are. And in a lot of cases, you're pissing them off. And it's because of the fact that nobody gets on social media to buy things. Like, this was a hard lesson for me to learn when I first started. Because when I first started years ago, I actually got into blogging. I was creating all these different niche sites and all different industries. And I had a problem with actually getting sales. I was really good at SEO, which is search engine optimization. I could pretty much rank anything in Google. I didn't have a problem with getting traffic. I had a problem with getting sales. And the reason being is I was just trying to link to products and buy. And I couldn't figure out what was the problem. Why was I not making any money, right? And it was because of the fact that I was not building an asset, aka an email list. So in any of these business models I just explained to you, it doesn't really matter if you're selling your own product, you're selling an e-commerce product, you're selling an affiliate product, right? Once you actually collect the email, you're going to make 10 times more money because of the fact that for the most part, if you are a good marketer, 1 to 3% is going to be amazing. And I mean amazing, just sending people to a sales page. That means your copywriting needs to be on point. You need amazing paid ad skills. You need to know how to basically target the right people. And so for a beginner, somebody who's not making money, somebody who's not making at least $10,000 a month, this is going to be hard to pull off. It really is. And so the $4,000 model that I'm teaching you here, once you can learn to make $4,000, it's very easy to scale up to $20,000 a month because it's literally just doing more of the same. And I'm talking with 100% free traffic, not even adding in paid ads. Like by the time I had 10,000 emails, by the time I had a 10,000 email, let's clarify, emails are people. And these people have, problems, they have fears, they have desires, they have hopes, they have stress, and usually they're looking to find a solution to their problem, right? And I understand that my writing is not the best. So this is what you need to go into thinking when you're doing this, is when you're collecting emails, your goal is to help them see whatever you're selling is going to be a good fit. It's going to make their life more entertaining. It's going to make things easier in their life. It's going to solve a problem. It's going to eliminate their stress. That's why you collect emails, is because for the most part, this would be considered, 1 to 3% conversion is about as good as it's going to get when you're running paid ads and you're not building an asset. But when you actually collect emails, if you get good, you can start seeing an instant bump, even if you suck, to at least 5 to even 20% of those people you can convert. And when you get really good, that every email on your email list can be worth $5 to $10 a piece. Now, let me explain this really quick so it can bring it down if you're new to this. So most people say that every email is worth $1, right? And I digressed. I meant to say when I had 10,000 emails, I made my first $1 million, right? Now, obviously, that's a lot more than $1 per email. However, what most people say is for every person you have on your email list, it'd be $1. So in theory, if you had 10,000 people, you should be making $10,000 a month. And this is across all industries for the most part. And I want you to understand, for the most part, that doesn't mean that every single person is going to buy like a $1 product. Like maybe on that list, maybe only 5% of those people buy, right? But it averages out to be worth $1 per person you have on your email list. So if you have 10,000, you should be making $10,000 a month. If you have 20,000, you should be making $20,000 a month. But when you get really good at this, when you get to like say 20,000 subs, you could easily have, $100,000 plus a month business easily, if you actually focus on the process I'm teaching you. So what I want to do is show you how this process works, right? Because now I'm going to guess you understand, if you want to make money, right, you need to build a relationship with somebody first. You can't just go out there spamming your offers, just running ads. Even I just used the example of Shopify. What's happening to the Shopify industry right now is the same thing that happened to the affiliate marketing industry. And in the beginning, affiliate marketing is easy, right? You literally could just go find a product that people are buying, run a bunch of ads, make a bunch of money. But then what happened is, as more competition come in, like anybody could knock you off. Literally somebody else could run another ad and it just becomes a race to the bottom. And this is why you want to build an asset, because I want you to understand, those 10,000 people, right? They will buy for years as long as you treat them well. I have customers that have been buying from me for 5 straight years, and they bought pretty much like everything I've sold. Not all of them, but there's plenty of people on my email list that keep buying, because I built a relationship with them. They trust me. They know I won't just sell crap. And so if you treat people well, regardless of what industry you go in, I'm going to show you live examples of how this works in a couple different industries, and I'm going to show you how I put things together. And if you do this, you literally have a business that won't crash. It's not built on faulty foundation. Like just running ads to try to sell something, that's a business that can be whacked anytime. Your Facebook account can get taken down. Your Google AdWords account can be taken down. They can't take your email list from you. So here's how it works, right? So instead of just running to a sales page, and as I said, I will show you how this works and examples after we get done with the demonstration. But you create what's called an opt-in page, or like some people call it a squeeze page. And all you're doing is you got like a headline here, and you have a place for the email. And what you're doing is you're giving away something for free. I call it a freebie. And so think about it. Like for instance, if it was in the fitness niche and somebody's trying to get six-pack, maybe you'll create like a PDF report. Like you'll create like a PDF report that gives them your best tips on how to get a six-pack, like 6 best tips on how to get a six-pack, the 6 foods you shouldn't eat if you want a six-pack. It's something that you can create very, very easy. And, this is not something that is hard. It just takes a little bit of effort. But once you put this together, when people say passive income, what I'm teaching right here is the easiest way to make passive income. Now, I did a video yesterday. There's no such thing as just like you do no work and just keep collecting money. It's going to be active passive income. But once you put in the hard work, it's just managing it every day, like a few hours a day, and you just keep getting money, keep getting money. So you put in the hard work up front, and then from there, it's very little of your time to keep the money train going. So you give away something for free. And then, different people do it different ways, right? I do things quite different. Now, there's what's called the thank you page, right? And the thank you page, it can be two different things. Some people sell things on the thank you page, and on some of my offers, I do. I offer something for sale. Usually, though, if I offer something for sale on the thank you page, and I'm going to offer something cheap. I'm going to offer something between, I don't know, $7 to maybe $67, probably at the most. And for the most part, I don't do things that way. For the most part, here's how I do it. I create a video, and it's me, and it's basically welcoming them to my list. Maybe I'll say to, follow me on YouTube, or for you could say follow me on Instagram or join my Facebook group, whatever social media channel you're building on. You're just going to introduce yourself like, hey, it's Zach Crawford here, and I wanted to thank you for subscribing. I just wanted to let you know that your download is on the way to your email, and here's what to expect over the next 4 to 5 days. Now, this is different than what most people do, because most people are like, oh, I want to say something. Like, they come off desperate. And if you think about it, when you're trying to get something, a lot of times you come off desperate, and when you're desperate, you're needy, and when you're needy, you don't get things, and when you're needy, you're creepy. So this is why I don't do things like this. For the most part, everything I do is about building a relationship first. And as people go through this sequence that I'm teaching you how to do, I want them to not want to punch me in the face by the time they go through it. I don't really care so much if they buy right away, because I'm going to explain to you here in a minute, it's about the lifetime value of the customer. Most people are not going to buy right away. They're not going to buy right away. But if you build that relationship with them, it'll become the right time to buy every single day for somebody on your list. I've had people literally get on my email list, buy nothing, and ascend straight to my coaching program like 6 months later. They literally just sat on my email list. They watched what I did. They wanted to see if I just peddle anything and everything that I can possibly sell, or if I actually stuck to what I said. And then by the time that they actually did that, they ascended straight to the highest package that I offer. They didn't want anything cheap, and I asked them why, and they said that was why. I wanted to see if you're actually legit. So realize some people are just sitting on your list because it's not the right time for them to buy. It's not something that they're interested in at the moment, but they just kind of want to get free information. But that doesn't mean they're a tire kicker. People use that term very freely in this industry. If somebody doesn't buy in the first week, they're like, oh, they're a tire kicker. But when you view people this way, when you think of them as idiots or you think of them as useless, it's going to come off in how you do everything. And because of that, they won't buy from you. So what I do after that is, as I take them through this process, there's two different ways to do it. I'm going to talk about the easy way to do it. So usually I will create, like, say, email 1, and then email 2, and then email 3. And this can go on for, say, 5 to 10 emails. And I usually like to do these 1 day apart. So each one's day 1, day 2. Some people like to space them out longer than that. Some people like to make it, 2 or 3 days apart. Me personally, when somebody first comes, into my world, I like to have more steady contact with them to warm them up to me. Now, each one of these emails are like tips, right? So it could be like 3 tips. Another one I like to do is the 5 myths. So in almost every industry you go into, whether it's something in make money online, it's something in weight loss, it's something in like a hobby, like the 5 myths about improving your golf swing, the 5 myths about the foods you shouldn't eat or whatever to lose weight or whatever. There's always something that you want to basically stand out. You want to call out something in your industry and something that people don't know, that makes you stand out, that you taught them something new that they didn't discover before. And if right now you're like, but Zach, I'm new, I'm not an expert, I don't know anything, I want you to realize right now we have this powerful thing called Google. You literally can learn anything from Google or YouTube, and then you can create your own little sequence like this. And what you can do is a popular term in the industry, which is called funnel hacking. You can go find somebody selling the thing you're wanting to sell or something closely related, and just model off what they do. Like it's literally that easy. Like people overcomplicate this process. You can go find somebody with a basic sales funnel, because that's what this is. It's a modern day process to walk people through the sell completely automated. You can go find somebody that's making $500 a day or $1,000 a day or $5,000 a day. And that tells you that if they're making that kind of money from what you're trying to do, if you model it closely, notice I said model, do not steal. If you model closely what you see them do, you can expect to have pretty good results, right? So don't overcomplicate this. Don't think that you need, like if you want to go in the fitness industry, don't think that you need to be the person that basically, needs to have all this expert advice or you got a degree, because you don't. There's people out there right now, I could show you, literally making $1 million a month in the fitness industry, and they have 0 degrees. They literally just got in shape themselves, decided to start sharing it, created a product, and marketed it. Exactly like what I'm telling you. But they had experience doing what I'm talking about, where they sold affiliate products first, they built an audience, which is the most important thing, and then they made money with that, and then they later transitioned into selling their own product. This is the process I suggest, not backwards. Not sell your own product first if you're not an expert. You sell other people's proven products, you learn the marketing process I'm teaching you here, and then you sell your own thing and like 10x your income. So this is the basic process, right? It's literally that easy. Now, obviously, there's steps you got to learn. You got to put the opt-in page together. You got to create some kind of free gift to give away. And then you got to put, the emails together. But once this is done, then what you do is you go out there and you get traffic and put it through the funnel, and you start watching, the sales come through. The sales come through. And I'm going to show you how to get the traffic too. We're going to do that when we do the demonstration. Now, I want to give you an example, because I talked about how to make $4,000 per month in 90 days, right? So one of the things I like to do, and this is something, and this is what one of the things I'm selling right now. And so one of the things I teach on this channel is affiliate marketing. And I want you to understand, with affiliate marketing, all it is you're writing trends, right? You're looking for things that are basically, hot and proven to sell in your industry. If you're in fitness, then obviously you look in fitness and find those things. If you want to do marketing, then you look at the things people are buying in marketing, and it can be anything. So one of the things I like to sell is things that are reoccurring. And here's why. When you sell, like, say, a $47 product, right? Usually if you're lucky, you're going to get, 50% of that when you're an affiliate. So what I like to do is, one, either sell things that are more expensive, because this allows you to scale much faster. This allows you to go to paid traffic once you actually do the free setup and learn how it works. And I also like to sell things that are reoccurring. So basically, you basically do it once and you keep getting paid. So you market the product, and then people have a subscription and they keep paying. So one of the things right now, and I'm going to give you a few examples of ones I know. So right now, one of my favorite ones is ClickFunnels. And I've been using ClickFunnels for like 3 years. So it's not just something I decided to sell. Like, I actually, in the beginning, never sold it. I just used it myself for my business. Another one I know that's really great, well, at least so I've heard, is Builderall. I don't currently have Builderall, but I'm looking into that. So personally, like in the marketing niche, I don't really like promoting a lot of products. And the reason being is a lot of products are fluff. I don't know the people. And if I don't own something, if I don't use it, I have a rule that I don't sell anything I don't use. I don't sell anything I don't believe in. And the reason being is it makes it so much easier for you to sell something when you truly know it can help people. So these are 2 great ones that you can use. So I believe Builderall is set up very similar to ClickFunnels. Don't quote me on this, because I don't actually 100% know that. But with like ClickFunnels, here's how it works. So basically, you get a baseline account, which starts at $97 a month. They also have a $297 a month account, which is the premium account, like what I'm on. So when somebody signs up to this $97 a month account, you make basically $38.80 per month reoccurring. If somebody signs up for the $297, I think it's like right around $118.80 a month, if I'm correct. So basically what happens is, what's great about this is they have a 2-week trial, right? And when you give away free things, it's 10 times easier to sell than when it's something that is outright like a product they got to buy. They got to put up money before they actually know if the product's good. So I always like finding softwares, because softwares are tools that everybody needs. Affiliate marketers need them. E-commerce people need them. People selling coaching consulting need them. People in network marketing need them. So all affiliate marketing is, just so you understand, here's an audience of people that are interested in something, right? They have problems, desires, and everything like that. And then over here is the product you want to sell. And as an affiliate marketer, all you're doing is you're bridging the gap. And here you are, in the middle. That's it. You're the middleman. You're helping connect the dots to products they're buying. And this is why I like selling tools over programs, because a lot of programs, like I said, they're fluff. In the fitness industry, if I was in the fitness industry, then I would probably, like, for example, I actually own the 𝐤𝐜𝐫𝐳 program. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a weight loss program. I own another one, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, Alpha Shredding by a guy named Aaron Darko. They're both products on intermittent fasting. So I can promote those because I know they're both great products, and I can believe in that. I could promote things from, like, say, whoa, don't know what happened there. I could promote things from, like, bodybuilding.com. So, like, the supplements I use, shaker bottles, clothing, anything. But you want to find something that you believe in, so that way it's very easy to sell it. So to go back to this, basically you have the 2-week free trial, right? So when you're getting this email list and we're going through that process, all you need to do is give away 1 trial a day for 90 days. And that pretty much equals $4,000 a month. Now, obviously, it's slightly shy than that, but that's the basic concept for it. Or basically 100 days, but we're going with 90 days just because it's easier to look at 3 months. Now, keep in mind, you can do this with anything, but what I suggest is pick things that are reoccurring. Now, another way to do this is to pick things that are higher ticket. So let's say you find a webinar, and you actually find a product you believe in, right? So the product is $9.97. And let's say they'll give you, usually standard is 40 to 50%. So basically you're going to make around $400 to $500 a commission. Now, obviously, what's great about this is you need less sales. However, personally, I prefer reoccurring income, and the reason being is once you build it up, you keep getting paid. With the other one, it's a one-time sale. So here's why I favor reoccurring income, and I do both, just so you know. I like reoccurring income because at different times of the year, especially different industries, especially like a perfect example of this is the fitness industry, right? So if I was promoting an offer, let's just say it paid me $197 for this fitness product. I made a commission. Let's say the product was $500 and I made $197. The problem with this is, especially like in the fitness industry, it's really up and down. If you know anything, in January and February, it's like huge. I mean, December, January, February, people start really buying stuff like that because they're thinking about they want to change for the new year. It has sales that come all throughout the year, but the rest of the year is pretty much trickling down. Those months are huge, and then the rest of the year, it's like it's nowhere in comparison. In the marketing industry, for example, the month of December usually isn't so great just because of the fact that like people at that point are spending money on presents. But really, for the most part, like e-commerce dominates that month in December. Everything else takes a little bit of a hit. But then from January for most of the rest of the year, it's really great. And then roughly, let's say August or so, when kids go back to school, at least in the United States, you have a little bit of a dip because obviously parents are spending less money there. So depending on what audience you're catering to, if you're focusing on selling big ticket things, you're going to have some up months, and then there's going to be those down periods where you're going to have down months. Compared to when you put people in the reoccurring stuff, especially like softwares, they stick with it and they keep using it. So a perfect example is, I don't remember who referred me to ClickFunnels, but I've been paying $297 for like 3 years now. So whoever referred me to that, they made $118 times what, 36 months. So that's pretty solid money, right? It's something if somebody's actually using the tool, or they're using, the membership site or whatever it is you referred them to that pays recurring income, you just keep stacking more and more members. Now, what's great about this is 1 trial a day is nothing. You can easily do that if you're focusing on doing what I'm teaching you. And if you actually get better, 2 trials, 3 trials, 4 trials, it adds up. But you focus on little baby results and you work your way up. So what I want to do now is you understand like the basics of building an email list and then finding something to sell. I want to show you different examples of like how I do it, but understand you can do this with anything you choose. So let me go ahead and bring this one down. That was wrong. So let me bring this up. So I want to show you the example of how this works. I'm going to show you like one of my funnels. So here is one of my funnels, right? This is inside of ClickFunnels. So this is the tool that I was sharing with you of how I do it. So basically you have an opt-in page and a thank you page. This is the easiest way to do it. We're not going to talk about one of my more advanced funnels. I'm trying to keep things really, really simple because in the beginning, you want to do things simple. You don't want to do things hard. You don't want to make things complicated. You want to keep it as simple as possible and then work your way up as your skill level develops. You'll make more money as you get better skills, obviously. Now, here's like the thing, or the actual opt-in page, right? So like right here, This one is obviously geared around somebody who wants to start a blog, right? It's a very specific audience. It's one of my offers that I don't put a ton of focus on, but it makes me money. And so basically what you do is you would cater to somebody who's looking to start a blog. And obviously I've done blogging. I made my first $500,000 with blogs. And, I still blog. So this is something that basically goes around and shares some tips. And the freebie is, of course, a free email course. Now, actually, now I think about it, it's not all emails. Some of it goes to blog posts and whatnot. But then after they actually opt in, so like right here, they click here, drops down, I collect the email, right? Once they opt in, it goes to this page. And if you remember what I said, how I do things different, I usually always have a page like this. And even if, like, for instance, I'm not holding up my hand, the reason I do this, recently there was an update that changed in the industry where videos will not autoplay. Now, there are things like 𝐤𝐤𝐳, which will autoplay, but there's no sound. So a lot of the browsers blocked autoplay. So what I did is I made it like this, so it's like it grabs attention, and then I always put something like this, especially if it's not a sales pitch, because this stands out. It's different than what most people do. Most people, as soon as you opt in, they're trying to sell you something. So this one basically lets them know, like, hey, this is not a sales pitch. It's an important video. Make sure you watch it. And you notice right here, my focus is get them to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then here I have a video which is really showing them like my back history. It's showing where I started. It shows some of the people I've helped. And basically this just kind of like is a video. If they watch it, they watch it. But some people do, some people don't. Now, once they opt in, right, and this is not the same email, the same funnel, but I'm showing you this because this is a basic funnel, what we talked about. The blogging funnel that I have, it's a little bit more advanced because it requires, making some more marketing pieces. But sometimes simplicity works best. Like there's sometimes that like I build these complex funnels, I make lots of videos, I do all these extra things, and then like my other funnels that are just straight email work better. It's just sometimes how it goes. So basically right here, you see it's like day one, or well, this one goes out immediately. So as soon as they opt in, day 1, day 2, day 3. So look at how this works, right? So the first email is really just to set the frame. It's to introduce you. It's to let them know who you are. And everybody does things different. Usually a lot of times my first emails are longer. And it's because if somebody will take the time to read that email and they actually like, hey, this guy seems like he's different, they're going to start to bond with me, right? And then right here we have like lesson 1, the 5 pillars of a profitable business. So the 5 tips on whatever it be. Right here, picking a profitable niche. And then I have like not your same regurgitated advice. So like right here, I'm teaching about the importance of picking an industry that's very specific, building an audience because the audience is the most important thing. Then like right here, the key to being a top earner online. And it's basically about personal branding. So all it is, you see, it's like it's going through and it's teaching some tips in each email. And then from there, you can link to your sales page. That is the simplest form to do it. Like now there's more complicated funnels. Like for instance, my funnel around ClickFunnels is a lot more complicated. It takes skills, it takes copywriting, it takes, advanced, understanding how to do videos that are engaging. But this is where you would start. You can literally make a $10,000 a month income with this, just emails. I'm telling you, because I did it before I did any of the advanced stuff. This is where I started. And if you remember what I talked about earlier, I was originally a blogger, right? And I was sending all these people to my blog post. And of course, there was plenty of people that loved my blogs, right? But the problem was I was making little 1% conversions on sales, and like the rest of the people were leaving, and I could never contact them again. When I started collecting their emails, I could send them back to my blog post and like sell another product. I could sell a product in my email. I could build more value with them and share some tips and then sell stuff a little bit later. And by doing this, it's allowed me to scale up very, very big. Now, I want to show you the fastest way to get traffic and sales before you start doing paid ads. Now, let me preface, I think paid ads are amazing. However, I think most people do paid ads wrong. They literally go out there and just try to run paid ads to get sales, and they're like, this isn't working, and it's because there's no relationship. When you learn this process first, then you'll be able to afford to scale up with paid ads. If you skip this, you're going to go broke, or if you actually get a little bit of success, what's going to happen is it's going to be that race to the bottom we talked about earlier. Somebody else is going to come in, they're going to, decrease the price on the product or get better ads than you, and then eventually other people are going to come in and your business is going to collapse. This is a long-term business. So one of the fastest ways that you can do it is join Facebook groups. So I'm going to use this one because these are bigger groups. Like, this is the fitness industry, and more specific, it's 2 groups that are really kind of about intermittent fasting. That's what they teach, right? So let's say you had a fitness product that you were selling. You literally could go into a couple of fitness Facebook groups, right? And look, people are asking questions in here, and you notice like people are commenting. And so one of the best ways you can do this is you can go in and answer valuable tips, guide people back to like your personal profile, and then you can literally link out to your squeeze page from there. And then you get those people on your email list. And if you do this, you go through here, and we're not going to go through every little thing you write and everything you do, but this is the basic process, right? This is how I built some of my first leads when I first got started. I would go into Facebook groups that were relevant to what I was doing. I would share things I'm learning. So that means you actually have to digest, information on your industry and learn a few things, but you go in and answer helpful questions. What happens is a lot of people you're going to see, like they do something like this. It's very simple. And I'm not saying this person's bad or whatever, but got to enjoy the best things in life. They really just like very generic responses. They don't put thought into their post. When I go in to do stuff, I leave what I call a value bomb. So I'll go in and find something where somebody is asking a question and something that's relevant to I know. I'll leave a really, really valuable tip, and it's like a wall of text. Literally it just goes down and it explains what they're asking, and I just share some helpful tips. What happens is everybody sends me a friend request. When I do this, I literally will get 50 to 100 people adding me, because when you go into a big group like this and you do this every single day, people are just going to start adding you. Once you get them to your personal wall, you can guide them to Messenger and then give them the training from there. You can literally link to it in your profile. Every now and then you can post it on your wall. I wouldn't really suggest that one as much, but this is how it works. And if you do this over, say, 2, 3, 4 groups a day, you can easily get 5, 10 plus, 20 plus leads a day easily. And what happens is the more active you are in these groups, remember what I said about building trust? I don't want to like that. The more you build trust, right? And how you build trust is showing up, being consistent. The more you build trust, the more people are going to buy from you. So the more you post in the group and they're like, hey, that's that person I seen, and they're constantly sharing value, more and more people start adding you as a friend. And then from there, you push them into your funnel. Now, here's another one. This is 𝐤𝐞𝐽𝐵ody. So this is the product I was talking about. Now, this group is really focused around intermittent fasting. And so obviously, if you were promoting a product that was about intermittent fasting, going into a group that's about intermittent fasting would be a perfect thing, because there's going to be some people that are in there, and once they get on your list, you can sell them another product, because people who buy things, they usually buy similar things. So, example, if somebody was interested in Shopify, that doesn't mean they're not going to buy a second Shopify course or another Shopify plugin to make their store better. People that are interested in specific things buy more of those things. So you want to go into groups and find 2, 3, 4, 5 groups that are very relevant. If you were in affiliate marketing, you go into other affiliate marketing groups. If you were in network marketing, you go hang out where other network marketers are at. If you're in to golfing, you go into hang out where golfers are at, right? It's whatever industry you're in. Now, another thing you can do is forums. I'm using this one because it's one of the all the forums I'm in now are car forums, but this is the forum that I used to post in back in the day. And so this is the Warrior Forum. It's in the internet marketing community, so this is more obviously in the marketing industry. But understand, there's forums and everything. There's forums for fitness, bodybuilding, golfing, any type of hobby you can think of. And a lot of people think forums are dead. And what's funny is if you look up the stats on this website, it gets something I think close to 2 million hits a month. I know it's at least 1 million, but I think it's actually 2 million people hit this website or this forum a month. So if you think about it, if you find a place where people love to hang out, and this could be Quora, it could be forums, and they're constantly talking about that topic, those people that go into your actual email funnel are going to convert. And it's because they're interested in what you're selling. So what I used to do, and I'm going to try to find, I'm going to just click on this one and see if there's something in here. So what I used to do is I used to go in here and I used to actually write articles. I would write tips and stuff. It's kind of like a mini blog post. But what a lot of people do is they do, if I find this right, they put a signature link. So right here, they link to things, logo masterclass. I'm just going to click on this and see what this is. Yeah, so this is exactly what we're talking about, right? So right here, this person's answering some questions. And you notice this person actually put some time into answering the thing. They didn't do, and notice, great reply. Right here, this person put no thought. They just put a couple sentences, and then they have their links right here. This is how most people do it. They literally they don't put no thought into it. Their whole goal is just to show up every day, and hopefully people will click on the link. This is the example what I told you about before about putting the extra effort in to think about, this audience has a problem. They're trying to get that problem answered. And who do you think they're going to opt in and check their stuff? The guy that answers and takes time to do a thoughtful post, or the person who puts 2 sentences and it's very generic? What's going to happen is it's not just going to be him, because if you notice, this one has 48 replies in here. So as people go through here that are actually reading this thread and they see that you're being helpful, they're probably going to check out your link too. If you do this every day, but just between Facebook and this, you literally can do 20 to 50 leads every single day. And I can tell you, if you're promoting something like ClickFunnels like I talked about, literally where it's a free trial and you have any offer that's a free trial, you'll be able to get 2-3 signups a day with that kind of lead flow because it's free and they get to test it out first. So if we go here, here's one other way, and this is my number one suggestion, but a lot of people don't want to do this, is if I was in the intermittent fasting, right, and I was going to promote stuff and I wanted to be in the fitness industry, I'm going to focus on building an audience because that's a real asset. One of the best assets you can build where buyers hang out that convert like crazy is YouTube. So you make videos around the topic that you want to do. So let's look right here. How I lost 30 pounds of intermittent fasting, 1.6 million views. Now, I don't know how big this girl's channel is. It's probably pretty big, I'm going to guess. But nonetheless, you see like right here, she had a little bit of extra weight, and now she lost it. And so one of the best things to do, if you start out, like let's see if we can find somebody else that's a little, like right here, lost weight. So one of the best things is to document your journey. You do not need to be an expert to get started. This is one of the biggest things people say, like, oh, I need to be an expert, but you don't. You literally just need to get started. You learn and you share. You learn and you share. And over time, you become an expert. You just need to know a little bit more than the people that you're actually sharing with. And I'm not telling you to go out there and tell people you're a weight loss expert if you're not. I'm not telling you to go out there and tell people, here's how to make money when you don't really know how to make money. You share your journey. You share tips and things you're learning. And what happens is you're recommending them products that can help them. That is what affiliate marketing is. That's what marketing is in general. You're selling somebody a product that can help them solve the problem, whether that's yours or it's somebody else's. So this is the process. You literally go out there, find a couple traffic sources. Ideally, I prefer one, and you master it and just go all in on it. Drive traffic into that funnel, and then from there you watch sales come in every single day. You get better at this. It goes from like, you're making a sale here and there, then you get to the point where you're making like $100 a day, then you get to the point where you're making like $500 a day and $1,000 a day, and it just goes up from there. Once you learn this process, in my opinion, it's one of the most scalable business models. It's one of the most stable business models. And there's a reason even Amazon.com uses email, because they're collecting buyer emails. But you can do this without even getting buyers first. Like, I don't collect buyer emails first. I collect people that are interested, and I take them from interested to buyers, and then from there, buyers to repeat buyers. And when you do this, you're going to make 10 times more money than the person just setting up an ad and trying to get sales. Even if you want to run ads, this is the way you do it. You actually make sure it works right, then you go to paid ads and scale it up. And when you do this process, it's very, very powerful. So I hope you got value from this. If you did, I'd appreciate, if you're new to the channel, that you hit the subscribe button, because I drop videos like this every single day. If you have comments, feel free to comment below and I'll reply to you there. And then if you want to learn more about this and you want to go deep on this and learn how all this fits together, I have a description in the bottom of the description. So with that being said, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.